Good evening and welcome back to the Crucible, where 6 sessions of snooker over 2 days will determine which men make it through to this year's semi-final. Now, in the mix, there are 5 former world champions with just the 16 trophies between them. Welcome back to the quarterfinals of the Halo World Snooker Championship.
Outstanding match, and he goes through to the quarter-final.
Zhao Xiantong into a Crucible quarter-final for the first time.
Well done, John Higgins. He's in the quarter-final.
Well played, Mark Williams. He's through to yet another quarter-final.
Zhao Wei is through to the quarter-final.
Judd Trump, the world #1, goes through to the quarter-final.
Ronnie O'Sullivan marches through to the quarter-final.
Luca Bissell wins very comfortably, 13 frames to 4.
The World Championship quarter-finals.
Good evening and a very warm welcome back to this gorgeous Crucible Theatre. Delighted to have your company, and I have 2 wonderful guests with me tonight, Ken Doherty and Lee Walker. Now, 1997, a very special year for both of you. Ken, the year that you won it. Lee, you got to the quarterfinals. So, Lee, give us an idea and a sense of what does it take for a player to get to this stage of the competition?
I think first it obviously takes a lot of skill, but the main thing I think playing here is it takes a lot of nerve. I mean, playing anywhere else, you know, it's just very difficult, but this place is just something else.
It is, isn't it? And we felt that over the days, even from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But in your opinion, how are the final 8 shaping up?
Oh, it's wonderful. You know, we've got a great draw. I mean, 2 of the legends of the game here, 2 new faces here. And we've got a great bottom half as well. You know, we're 4 world champions. It's just, I think the snooker this year is probably one of the best already. And we're not even at the halfway stage yet. I mean, that's the beauty of it. The centuries are going in. You know, it's just, it's been magnificent. We've already had a 147, and there's lots more to come.
There is indeed. Well, let's now take a moment to bring you up to date with the current state of play, because, of course, the quarterfinals got underway earlier on today. Now, Chris Wakelin is trailing by 4 frames against Zhao Xiantong. With Higgins and Williams, there's 2 frames between them. Ronnie O'Sullivan leads Zhao Wei by 4 frames, and with Judd Trump, it's just the 2 frames between the world #1 and the Belgian Bullet. And of course, this morning's play resumes tonight, and that will be what our focus will be on. But we are going to turn our attention to 2 legends of the game, John Higgins and Mark Williams. Now, they meet here on the world stage for the 6th time in their careers. They've actually met 42 times. But you know what? Before we even get there, let's take a moment to roll back the years.
I think the tears started then at the end, now knowing what I'd achieved now, and I've worked all my life to get there, so it's very emotional, and I think the whole family was emotional at the end of it as well.
Nearly 2 50-year-olds playing in the quarter-final of the World Championship, 33 years after we turned pro, played junior comps together, 14, 15 years of age. It'd just be a great occasion.
A lot of people say you've got to be so single-minded in sport to get to the top of your sport. I don't think I've really been that 100% focused, and I've managed to get there so far. But I know I'll have to like, knuckle down a lot more in the coming years if I'm going to equal people like Steve Davis and Stephen Hendry.
It's a good achievement, really. We're still at the top of the game in an era where it's harder than ever to be there now with the volume of top players we've got in the game. So that's why I'm proud that I'm still doing it.
If you show your opponent you're under pressure, it gives him a bit more confidence, you know, so that the calmer you can stay in your chair sort of thing. I mean, you know, the better it is for yourself. If you start getting uptight with yourself, you know, it's going to make it a lot harder when you get back to the table. So, I mean, I get nervous just as much as anyone else, but I try, you know, to keep as relaxed as I can.
I'm just looking forward. The crowd's going to be buzzing. We're going to get great receptions coming in.
He's just such a great champion, such a great competitor as well. I'll give it everything. If I come out winning, amazing. If I don't, they say shake his hand, wish him all the best.
going to be a tough game, but I'm just happy to be in a quarter-final again.
Well, they haven't changed a bit, have they? Lovely footage of both of them. With your coach's hat on, your assessment of Mark Williams' performance this morning?
I thought it was a great game. I thought both players played well. A couple of frames that could have gone either way. John went 5-1 in front. You know, the one thing you don't want to be is kind of 7-1 down against John. Still with 2 sessions to go, but it's going to be very difficult if you do that. And I thought Mark played brilliant in the last 2 frames and sets it up really nicely for tonight.
Does it make a big difference when you know each other so well? Does it work for you or against you?
I think they'll both just really relish, you know, the challenge again. I mean, they played the wonderful World Final here, 2018. I think it was a great match. I think that, you know, when they get to this stage of their careers, I think all these moments and matches that they're going to play each other on the big stage, they're going to really savour, you know. And it's been hard fought, but wonderful snooker as well. And yeah, looking forward to tonight's session.
I think we all are, aren't we? And in the context of the match, this is for a place in the semi-finals, remember. How important will this session of snooker be?
Very. You know, I think Stephen Hendry describes the second session as the move-in session, you know, and he'd know better than anyone. So, yeah, these next 8 frames are going to be really, really important.
They are.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, Mark would obviously love to win the session tonight, so they're going into the final session all squared again. But, yeah, there's some really important frames there from both players, both tactical masters. You know, they are the legends of the game. But I think it's a scoring pair. Whoever's going to score the biggest tonight, I think, is going to set themselves up for that last session.
Yeah, but let's not forget, this tie-up is worthy of any final in any tournament. As for Zhao Xintong and Chris Wakelin, what can we expect from that matchup?
Yeah, I mean, you know, both players have been in fantastic form all the way through. I didn't see much of the match this morning, but, you know, Zhao's got a healthy lead, so he'd be looking to press on, but I wouldn't rule out Wakelin yet.
And we can see John Higgins there, just taking a look at all the newspaper articles across that Crucible corridor. Well, look, the players are already backstage, and so too is our MC, Rob Walker. So, Rob, take it away.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the resumption of 2 matches that started in style this morning. It's the first time quarter-finalists who've only met once on one side of the arena and 2 legends of the game on the other. They've both lifted the title in this magnificent arena. They've both beaten the other in this magnificent arena, and they renew a rivalry, a golden rivalry that dates back to '94. What a privilege to be here, and what a special night in prospect. Welcome to the climax of day 11 at the Halo World Snooker Championship. Oh, they're buzzing tonight. Please welcome, first of all, a player who showed fabulous flashes of form this morning to lead this, one of the biggest matches of his life. His scoring has been absolutely sensational in Sheffield, with 53 half-centuries here and at the qualifiers. The UK champ from 21 is undoubtedly back to his best. Here comes the Cyclone, Zhao Xintong. And his opponent, a man who has played the finest snooker of his career this season. And he proved it with those great wins over Robertson and Allen to secure a maiden quarter-final at the Crucible. He has elevated his game to another level in the last year. Can he do so again tonight? Quite probably. Here comes the wonderful Chris Wakelin. And now to a man whose personality and achievements must surely rank him among the all-time greats. He is adored and revered by snooker fans around the world. an icon of Welsh sport, and a very, very special man. Here comes the irreplaceable, irrepressible Mark J. Williams. And finally, to one of the greatest Scottish sportsmen in history, a man whose mental strength is beyond compare in the modern game. He's been delivering at the highest level for 33 years, for family and for country. Here comes the Wizard of Wishaw, John Higgins.
What a lovely reception from the audience. Right, over on table one, Zhao Xingtong and Chris Wakelin resume their match with Zhao leading